Hello friend, welcome back to Total Maintenance YouTube channel. Needing more and more tools for this shop means need for another tool storage. So here you go, another mobile toolbox. And I bought this one from Harbor Freight many years ago. It serves me perfectly, I have no complaints. So I decided to buy second unit. And this is what I mean with more and more tools. Look at that chaos, having all those power tools, right? And I got more and more here. That means I need more mobile storage. And if you look at with me on this picture, right on the box, you can see this is that newer version when the lid is opening all the way the 90-degree. If you look on the old one right there, that was the improvement they did, right? The older one wasn't opening all the way up. So let's go together in this video and unbox this, and you can see what you get when you buy one of these toolboxes. Here we go, first opening. Voila! There is some protective covers, right? That will be a lot of mess. And I think the only way I can get it out correctly is completely remove these sides. And I did that. It's sitting here so you can see the details, how it's packed. These are the keys. These are these columns, I will say, right? The toolbox. I will just walk around for you with the camcorder. This nicely goes off. So let's continue from here. Now I can finally remove these parts. These are pretty heavy, which is great. That means it's a thick steel. And here is another cover. I will say they really did a nice packaging. That's amazing. As I mentioned before, here are the keys in the small pouch, and I believe it's locked. I got the keys out. Let's see if it'll open. Oh yeah, look at it. And the shocks are not attached, right? There are two shocks here, and here comes the manual. Unfortunately, this manual has assembly instructions. So I moved that whole box on its back to get my hands on this bottom part. And my next step supposed to be to start attaching the casters. I didn't see these casters anywhere yet, but I'm assuming they are in this bottom part. Let's see if it's true. I have to fully open it. Voila! It looks like that it's true. So let's see what more is inside here, down here. So let's see what we have in this mystery box. I'm assuming these are the casters and all the screws and the nuts and so on, right? And here we go. As we said, all the screws, washers, nuts, handle, and those big, heavy-duty, wonderful casters. And I'm supposed to use the bolt from inside, and the washer and nut comes on the bottom here. And I accomplished that, all the casters attached. So let's see what's the next step. And apparently next step is attaching these side supports. In this stage I will be leaving all the bolts and nuts loosey-goosey, so I can fit all of it easily together later. I think this is the first moment when I'm feeling I'm starting seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Will you not agree? It feels like I'm almost done. The next step is supposed to be attaching front and back cross supports. This is the back one. This is the first time I'm starting feeling that this whole thing would be in the future stable. Because so far it was so loose, it was crazy. The next step is installing this outside tray. It's on the side of the swivels. In the same time, putting inside this crossbar. So, this must be first time into this assembly when I wish I had 3 hands. Also, please don't try to memorize this whole thing right now, right, when you are watching it. I'm sure if you will buy your own, there will be manual in your box, and you don't have to remember this. Now I guess comes the funny part of this assembly. There's a warning. The chest is heavy. Do not attempt lift and lower onto crossed supports without assistance. So the step number 8. With assistance, lift up the chest, then lower it carefully between the posts until its bottom edges rest on the cross supports. Let me try. Yeah, that's heavy. I don't think I can lift it so high by myself, so I will choose some alternative measure. I've put both parts on the ground, and now I'm carefully trying to match all those parts correctly together. I have it all matched, so I can start putting in these corners, which belong right here, and continue with those bolts. After putting some of those bolts there, hopefully it holds together enough, and now I can carefully try to lift this whole thing and continue that install in the standing position. Perfect. I will continue with at least one of these shocks, so it will be holding for me this lid. Now I'm supposed to continue with this side handle, right, installing the side handle, but I can't find it. Anybody saw it somewhere? Oh, it's right here. Thanks. And this screw clearly shows why everything has to be loosey-goosey, because it doesn't want to go in. The only way to put it in to match it is slightly lift that whole thing. Now I can insert it, goes all the way, lift that corner, and I'm able to install it. And this is finally first time I have all bolts and nuts in. They are all loose except these casters, right? These were installed in beginning type. So I can start using the 30mm and tightening all those nuts. Now, really, I will take all the time using this wrench when I have a power tool. I'm sure you are immediately thinking why I'm not using this Milwaukee. And of course I did that in beginning, right? Even on the small setting on the number 1, right in beginning, doing these casters. Look what happened. one of these bolts, the Milwaukee just ripped it in two pieces. So it's the head, right, and the bottom of the bolt. So I don't know if this one was bad, but I will definitely go only by the hand. Some of them are hard to get to, so I'm also using this wiggle, right? And this whole part felt really all loose and unstable, right? But it's amazing when you are tightening it, the change which is happening. It's absolutely fantastic. And I believe that was the last one. So let's see how the rigidity changed. And I can tell you, this is completely different beast. This is nice rigid car. I love that. This is absolutely awesome. But don't think I'm done yet, right? Never ends this setup. So you can suddenly see, oh, that is the little handle right there. So let's go and install it. And it looks like this handle is just attached with two very small screws. It's a Phillips screwdriver. And maybe, just maybe, now I can call it finished, hopefully. But here I have few nuts and bolts left. You know what it means as a mechanic. Oops, you made some mistake putting the car back together, right? And that's a bummer, but yeah, obviously Harbor Freight just give few extra. So here you can see the action of that top, right? That's how it stays down, and you can just do this. I will show you inside. These are these decent liners. This one is broken. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It came like that, of course. Here you can see the drawers, right? Again, nice liner. It has those locks, right? The lock is here. You have to pull it this way so it stays closed. That's a mobile toolbox, so that's needed. Otherwise, when you walk around, these drawers will be popping out because the weight of the tools which are inside. This one again scratched or something, but yeah, whatever. No big deal. And besides the top, which goes this way, right, let's put it 90 way opening. Besides that, I don't see any differences. Here is the old one. I look on the details. It looks absolutely identical. I hope you enjoyed this rather lengthy video, but I wanted to show you that it actually takes a while to put it together. And please make sure you are subscribed. I have way more videos coming your way on Toyota Maintenance. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.